What is going on, guys? It is Dan here, and we are back with From the Depths. So in the last episode, we just got done assaulting land over there, I think that's where it was at. And we have two of our own PT boats, and I'm pretty sure... No, we don't have enough for another one. But we should have enough, or very close to enough, back at home base. So let's take a look back over here. Yep, there's enough for one over here. And then we've got this little guy moving in over here. But anyway, main reason why I disappeared for the past 2 weeks was because I just started having midterms for college. So this was the first time I've ever had them. I had no idea what to really expect. So I kind of over-prepared, ended up acing 2 out of the 3, and then the third one I got like a 96 out of 100 on. So probably could have gotten away with recording some videos, but better safe than sorry, I guess. So I guess I owe a bit of an apology in regards to that, but we should be in the clear until the early parts of December when I start having actual finals. So hopefully nothing too crazy comes up until then. And I think for the most part with the classes I'm taking, nothing too bad will happen, which is nice. So anyway, where we left off, I guess we're just kind of... I can't remember if we were planning on attacking this yet. I feel like I would want one more vessel before I go in against this thing. So let's go ahead and head back to home base, stock up on some resource, and see how that goes. I'd also like for this guy to end up here as well. We've also got some names for the PT boats, so I wasn't anticipating having as many names that came in, and quite frankly, you guys are much more creative than I am. So that's pretty cool. This was one of the big things that I missed about doing YouTube for the longest time, was just having fan interaction and whatnot with the videos, which I always thought was really, really cool. So one thing also of note is the CSS Mercury. Probably should have named it Hermes, because I just combined Greek mythology and Roman mythology. I'm going to leave it because at this point I'm probably going to accidentally just start calling this one Mercury, even though it's supposed to be Hermes. Oh well. Or maybe I'm getting it mixed up. No, I'm not getting mixed up, because we named all the planets after the Roman mythology gods. So, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine the way it is. So I guess we'll just start naming the PT boats. So the first name that we have is the CSS Dragonfly. I really like that one. I know in the comment they mentioned that they wanted it to be like a plane name, but on a boat. So I think that's pretty cool. Now the thing is that we are going to end up with I'm definitely going to try to use all of the names that you guys have suggested. Can't say I'm going to get all of them on the boats currently, because, well, we've got 5 picked out, and we're only going to be able to build 3 of these things. So that's part of the reason why we're not going to be able to go with all of the names. But so we've got the Dragonfly. Next, we're going to have CSS Oakland, Oakland's, Oakland, and another one we had was Outlander. I'm going to save that one for the future. Just, I'm trying to space this out as much as possible, so that way, you know, everyone kind of gets their fair share. And then I also got the suggestion for naming it after minor gods or asteroids. So this one we are going to name CSS Phobos. So we named it after one of the little satellites that orbits Mars. So adorable. Alright, so I think that's a pretty good place to start. Let's go on the offensive now. I mean, that's kind of what we have been doing, but let's definitely go on the offensive this time. Let's go wreck some things. Oh. Ooh. Okay, we're actually going to want to intercept that. Friend, I'm going to recommend you, like, stop. What do we got? Coyote Shuriken, Coyote, Drake, Red Tuna. So we got some planes. It's a good thing we've got our anti-aircraft vessels. Oh, that's another thing I probably should have made at some point. It's a little weird that I'm not having the thing pop up. I'm wondering if it lost connection to the image that I had used. Maybe that might be it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that off camera. Right now I can't really be bothered. So, I mean, do I want to wait for them to get closer so I don't have to like engage this force as well? Because I'd rather not if I don't have to. So, Coyote, Shuriken, Coyote. Nothing too crazy, I guess, which is nice. Just gonna get closer to the edge so that way. Wait, no, we don't want to get too close. I don't want to. Oh, no, the world doesn't actually end at the edge like it does in the land campaign, which I still think is kind of funny because I had so many good memories with that. Horribly stressful, but I mean it's fine the way it is. So the Mercury, do we want it close? I feel like having it closer means we're going to be a little bit more accurate. The Poseidon can kind of do some minor broadsiding. PT boats gonna kind of, I mean, I don't want them too close to each other so they don't run into each other, but also kind of want them spaced out a little bit. I think this is a pretty good setup. Let's go for it. Oh, it's night. That's even better. Well, I mean, it's not exactly night. It's like early dawn, so you know. Did I ever fix I don't think I fixed the missiles. They still engage targets too far away. I mean, it could be worse, though. Well, we've just slaughtered everything, I guess. We're ignoring salvage, okay. Is this fight already done? I mean, this is kind of what happens when we bring, you know, our entire fleet up against these guys. It's not exactly fair. Oh yeah, the PT boats do have torpedoes. I forgot about that. They do have those. Also, another thing I had received was a request to actually, you know, color my ships. I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Don't worry. The thing is that I haven't found a good color scheme that I like yet. So I've kind of just not done it. What is this? It's not telling me what it is. It's an atlas. I figured it would have been an atlas. I forgot the name of it, but you know, whatever. So, PT boats, we're going to kind of want close so that way their missiles aren't going to be completely useless. Because, again, the range isn't too good on them. The Poseidon, we're going to want kind of mid-range. And the Mercury, since it's got really big guns, we're going to want it kind of further back so that way it can actually get them on target and not have too many issues, I guess. That's the plan, or the idea at least. I also kind of spawned it in a good spot because it could hit the cliff and then get completely messed up. Yeah, those missiles are really useful. Unlike the Mercury. The Mercury is useless. Oh. Something blew up. It's a lot of missiles. That is a lot of missiles. I'm kind of proud. I do have the torpedo set up so that way they don't engage anything that is, you know, in the air. Which is nice. So we just gotta keep it grounded and we should be good to go. Which one's really close? Phobos? Phobos, we're putting you on target mode. I want you right next to it, so that way when, no, actually, we want you on target mode too. Hop on board. Basically, when this thing goes AI dead, I want to try to capture it. There we go. Oh wait, no, guys, stop it. We're scrapping this. We're scrapping it. We want the resource. We want to build another one. Okay, Atlas, we're sending you back to base. We're going to put you in our repurposed fleet. That's going to be a fleet full of ships that we'll have captured, which will be kind of funny. Alright, now we'll bring you over to the base thing to capture it. Oh, we're really close to being able to build another PT boat, but I don't want to use up all of our resource. That'd be a bad idea. Alright, well, we're already back up to 10,000 over here. We might be able to build another PT boat by the end of this episode. Also, keep leaving suggestions for PT boat names, because I still think that's kind of cool that we're going to have little, you know, whatever. Also, if you want a specific variation on your ship that is within reason, I mean, I'm not talking like mounting giant cram 150 millimeter, well, in this case, probably more like 1,500 millimeter cannons onto these little itty bitty PT boats. I'd like, if you wanted different types of missiles, maybe a different type of main turret that isn't, you know, excessively large. I would definitely be willing to do something like that, because I think that'd be really cool to kind of have these ships customized. Alright, we want the PT boats towards the bottom, because the Mercury and the Poseidon are definitely our heavy hitters. They need to go in first. So, Poseidon, Mercury, PT boats. Alright, definitely a good place to start would be the, this tower. I want that thing dead. Alright, so we've got, the Oakland and the Phobos. So all we're missing right now is Dragonfly. And as we customize these ships and I kind of get the feel for what they look like, I'll actually be able to recognize them a little bit more and, you know, be like, oh yeah, there goes the Phobos engaging that target. Alright, you guys are close enough. I don't want you guys getting any closer than that. Ooh, ooh. Atlas. Atlas. Kill it.
Engaging now.
I mean, it's pretty much gonna be dead. Alright, here comes the Dragonfly. Well, that house is definitely not doing too well. Are you targeting the Mercury? Those are high explosive runs. I think it's funny that they're just bouncing off completely. That's actually really funny. Alright, Dragonfly. Something's going on a little weird with the missiles. I might be missing a component or two on a couple of them. Wouldn't be the first time I've completely messed up. Oh wait, no, they're like, what are they? Tomahawk missiles? The ones that go straight up and then just down, just wreck everything? I don't know. That might be it. That, or they just shoot wherever, I guess. Alright, so the Atlas is dead. Yeah, those ones aren't coming back down. I'm trying to think about what the next ship I'm going to want to build to be. I don't want to build a flagship just yet. I kind of want like a proper fleet put together first before we go ahead and start building something a little bit more fancy. So I don't think I don't want to do a flagship yet. I mean, what other kind of roles can we go with here? I mean, well, we've kind of got the heavy hitting, you know, pretty well armored vessel here. Why is no one repairing it? Why is no one repairing this poor ship? Someone repair it, please. So I guess we'll just hop on it, I guess. Do the repairs ourselves. Oh, now they're repairing it. It was just too far away. So, I mean, we've already got the heavy-hitting, sort of decently well-armored vessel. And then we've got our, I almost want to say DPS ship that has pretty decent armor penetration and just all-around good characteristics. I mean, I could build variations of these ships and have them have just different names and different purposes. And that's a possibility. Alright, everyone get in a little closer. Okay, PT boats are close. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, there's always the possibility of an aircraft carrier, but then I'd have to build planes and different types of planes. Definitely something for the future, but I don't know if I'm skillful enough to build one of those quite yet. Like, I'm almost wondering if I should go with something a little bit more like, an assault ship, almost, that's like really, really heavily armored. Has massive guns, and just does stuff that way. Wow, that fight cost us a lot of resource. Definitely going to want to establish this outpost here to keep our fleet supplied. Alright, I guess we're just gonna keep going. How long is this? 20 minutes? I say we got enough time for a fight or two. What's that? Wanderlust, walrus, coyote, and antlion. Okay, well, we got another fleet coming in. Kind of fall back a little bit. I definitely don't want to engage these while they're on land because a couple of those are actual boats. I don't know. I guess the Drake is overriding all of it and just saying, hey, you can just do whatever, I guess. Awesome. So now we're harvesting the resource. We would actually have a 2-for-1 fight here. 2 fights back to back. Because they're both coming right for us. Fall back a little bit more. I just want room to be able to maneuver our ships. I guess another type of ship we could go for is some kind of like laser sort of, I mean, maybe not laser, but what is it, particle cannon? I think that's definitely something we could try out. Okay, so let's try to do like almost a bit of a mock pincer here. I mean, it's not exactly a pincer because we aren't exactly surrounding them on either side, but we could kind of cut them off a little bit. Try it that way. Okay, we gotta make sure they're all in combat. There we go. Alright, well, I'm guessing that was a Drake, because it just got vaporized. Yep, those two were Drakes. Definitely dead. Very, very dead. I'm gonna go with this fight being a bit this fight being a bit of a slaughter. There wasn't really a whole lot they could do. Alright, everyone get back to where we were. Because now we're gonna squeeze one more fight out of this episode. And then next episode we're gonna definitely try to push forward. Hopefully by that point I'll have a bit of resource saved up in all of my little forts. Yeah, we got enough room for a PT boat. I'm gonna save that for next episode though. That or put it towards building a new vessel. I don't entirely know yet what I want to do. How slow is this? Oh man, that is real slow. That is extra super slow. So if I remember correctly though, there should be a resource, like an infinite one somewhere in here, which is going to be very useful for keeping the fleet stocked. Because we're going to need it for whenever we go on the offensive and we just kind of destroy their home base, which I guess is somewhere in here. And I guess from there we're gonna have to kind of decide where we want to go next. I've been to war with about half of the different factions in this game. I've never gone to war with the White Flayers, the Lightning Hoods, the Grey Talons, I think they're called, and then the Scarlet Dawn, I think. So I've basically been to war, like, up along here and then into here. So, I have yet to truly experience what war with other factions would be like. Alright, so I just now noticed that we've got another fleet coming up here to stockpile, so we might actually have to start investing in a smaller secondary response fleet, which will probably mostly just be comprised, there we go, of, I guess, just PT boats, since they're reasonably fast. I mean, for the most part. And they should, you know, kind of be able to plug holes in the lines pretty quick. I think we're going to try to go for the same kind of move that we did the last time. So, I don't know what a walrus is. It's probably new. Wanderlust, I know what a wanderlust is. So I guess we're just going to kind of give this a go. On the plus side, the wanderlust is not spawning in just yet. However, neither is one of our little PT boats. Which one is that? It's the Dragonfly. Dragonfly is the latecomer. Oh, those high explosive shells are so useful, just one-shotting those little weak ships. There's nothing left when they hit. I think that's kind of beautiful. Alright, so the walrus looks like it's just a big punching bag. Like, what is this supposed to be? Just a resource carrier? Yeah, it's supposed to be a resource carrier. Off camera, I'm definitely going to have to do some, like, fleet logistics. Sort of start getting supplies sent out to the front lines from the main base. Definitely something that's going to be necessary. Well, the walrus is holding on pretty well for literally looking like it only has 3 weapons. Because I'm only going to assume that there was another one of these autocannons, like right there. I guess we could start talking about color scheme. No, we don't want to target the walrus anymore. The walrus is basically dead. We want to kill that. Alright, I guess that's one way of starting there. Mercury. Just to kind of destroy its method of escaping. We are going to pit the Dragonfly up against that. So we're going to focus on doing that. Meanwhile, the Wanderlust is pretty much just waiting to die. Mercury, I understand what you're trying to do here, but it's risky. It's very risky. You could tip yourself. The Wanderlust looks like it's a pretty heavy vessel. Hopefully it doesn't self-right. And that's definitely one way of doing it, is just flipping it over and annihilating what it's like ammo rack or something. The Mercury's just brutal. Incredibly brutal. So I wonder how much resource we're going to get out of this. I'm hoping it's going to be quite a bit. About 1,000. That's all right, I guess. So now all that's left is basically just annihilating what's left of the poor old walrus. Is it dead? It is indeed dead. Wow. I'd say we did a pretty good job today, fleet. Pretty darn good job. Alright, so we've got this potentially threatening. It's going up there. I don't know. We'll worry about it in the next episode. I think that's a pretty alright thing to do. So, that being said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave your customization options for your PT boats down in the comment section down below. And I guess from there we're just going to kind of keep moving forward. Also, I guess I could also leave the color scheme options in your hands as well. Ultimately, I'm probably going to end up just choosing something on my own, but usually I'm not very creative when it comes to color schemes. I don't want to copy what I did for the tank campaign. I might end up doing that though, so we're just going to see what happens. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.